If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, Chicago rapper Trey Savage was shot and killed yesterday, and the City Girls album leaks. Plus, Crawford gets sued for $1 million. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, so y'all know Trey Savage, he's down with Chief Keef. Basically, he's a glory boy, right? GBE. He was on that song, Chief and Keef, like back in 2013 and 2014. Y'all know Trey Savage, right? The whole situation is that yesterday in the morning around 11 o'clock, he was dropping off his girlfriend to her crib, and then as soon as he dropped her off, like as soon as she got out the car, someone opened fire on him in his car, right? They shot him like in his neck and in his shoulder. And I guess like he didn't know what happened or anything like that, because then he pulled off and started to drive, or attempted to drive, and obviously he couldn't, so he ended up like hitting 3 cars while he was driving, and then his girlfriend ran to the car, pulled him out of the car. The hospital, the ambulance came and grabbed him, took him to the hospital, and at that point he was pronounced dead, right? Witnesses say that there was a white SUV in the area, maybe like a Mazda, something like that, but nobody has been arrested. They don't have anything on video or anything like that, and it's just crazy because Trey Savage was 26 years old, right? He had his whole future ahead of him, and just gets shot, in his own neighborhood. He was dropping off his girl who lived close to him in his own neighborhood, and then he just got shot up in his car, which is insane, yo. Chief Keef hasn't said anything about this yet. He signed a Chief Keef's label, GBE, and it's just a whole, sad situation, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, so this is crazy, right? So yesterday, the whole situation, or really like last night, a Dropbox link leaked of the City Girls' new album, right? I think it was supposed to be called like City on Lock or something, or whatever the case may be, right? So anyway, a bunch of people were able to like download the album on Twitter. This whole link was circulating on Twitter, and it was crazy, right? So of course, Young Miami and JT, the City Girls, they see this and they get completely upset, right? So Young Miami is like, I swear to God, y'all don't understand how I'm feeling right now. I'm so fucking sad. Y'all think everything is a game. We are not playing, right? And then she continues. She's like, I'm so fucking mad. People are so fucking evil. Y'all leave me the fuck alone. I don't trust nobody. I'm disgusted, right? It's kind of crazy though, because, Young Miami and JT, she was getting a little upset too, but Young Miami was definitely a lot more upset than JT. But Young Miami was getting upset at like the general public and her fans because they were downloading the music, right? But this just shows you how dope your fans are, right? That they were feeding for new City Girl music to the point where if this thing gets bootlegged or leaked, they gonna download it, right? And you can't really be mad at your fans, right? You gotta be mad at whoever, leaked the music, right? So anyway, then QCP, one of the CEOs of Quality Control, their record label, goes on Twitter and he's like, you know what? It's always gonna be you always got to find the positive out of the negative situation, but fuck a hacker and fuck a hater, let's keep going, right? So he was just kind of like, we're gonna stay positive and we're gonna try to figure this out, right? Ultimately they ended up saying fuck it and just letting the album come out on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, whatever like that, because the album was already leaked, right? But now we all get to hear the album, and the album is pretty decent, right? I heard a couple songs on it. I didn't really listen to the whole thing, but I jumped to a lot of the songs with features on it, right? So I listened to the song with Yo Gotti, I listened to the song with Lil Durk, I listened to the song with Lil Baby, I listened to the song with Doja Cat, right? All those songs are fire, so I'm guessing the other songs are fire too, right? And also, the download link that was circulating around Twitter is not available anymore, so I don't know if this was a real leak or if this was like promotion for them to drop the album and they planned this whole thing anyway, right? I guess we will never know, right? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, this is an allhiphop.com exclusive. So the whole situation is Carl Crawford, the CEO of 1501 Certified Entertainment, and actually Megan Thee Stallion is signed to his record label, but Carl Crawford is actually being sued for $1 million, right? And this is because two people drowned in his pool about a month ago, right? Carl Crawford is also an ex-baseball player as well, right? The whole situation is that he was just having like some kind of a backyard party in his crib. He lives in Houston, Texas, in a huge ass mansion. This was on May 16th, so this was during quarantine. So it wasn't a bunch of people there. It's not like he had like 200 people at his crib. He probably had about less than 15 people there, right? The whole situation though is that he wasn't looking. He was inside of the crib doing something or whatever like that. And this little boy got away from his family and ended up wandering into the pool, right? Now the little boy's parents were not there with him, but the boy was there with his mom's friend and a few other kids that were going to this party, right? So the little boy wanders off from his group. He ends up like looking like he's struggling or drowning in the pool, right? Some other woman who's a model who has nothing to do with this little boy wasn't there with the little boy. She's just a nice person, saw him drowning and decides to jump in the pool and try to help him. Turns out she drowns too, right along with this little boy. Crazy tragic, right? So now the little boy's parents, they're suing Carl Crawford for $1 million, saying that he failed to provide safety measures and a safe environment for their son, right? And the whole situation is crazy, right? It's funny because the parents, I don't think that they're suing the friend who was supposed to be watching this little boy, but they're suing Carl Crawford, right? And Carl Crawford did not say that he was going to supervise this boy or watch the boy at all during the party, right? Also, I don't know what the rules in Houston, Texas are about having a lifeguard at a pool, right? Because there's two different types of pools. You have a public pool and then a private pool. So what are the rules about having a lifeguard there? And if Carl Crawford was negligent because he didn't have a lifeguard at his pool, then yes, maybe those parents can win some money. If he wasn't required to have a lifeguard at the pool because it's a private residential pool and not a public pool, then they might not have any leg to stand on, right? Also, maybe, I don't know what the rules are for a lifeguard versus how many people are at the pool. Let's say if there's 50 people at the pool, then you need to have one lifeguard. If there's 100 people at the pool, you need to have 2 lifeguards, whatever the case may be. But in this situation, there was less than 15 people, so maybe there wasn't any requirement to have a lifeguard at all, right? And then also the size of the pool, right? If there are bigger pools, they do require to have lifeguards, where smaller pools may not require to have a lifeguard, and I just don't know the size of Carl Crawford's pool, right? So all of these need to be taken into consideration if this family is really just gonna sue Carl Crawford and not just say, I want $1 million from you, right? And Carl Crawford gets scared and settles out of court for, $500,000, $500,000, and then everybody walks away happy, right? I don't want to say this, but it kind of seems like to me that this family might just be trying to get money out of Carl Crawford, right? I guess we'll have to see as time goes by, but that's all we know for now, right? Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.